this is light on. Let's jump into it straight away. This also came out very recently, 29th of August, Windows, Mac OS, Linux. Yeah, just wanted to give it a go. It had some nice reviews. So I guess it's the first level. And there's some cats. It's a logic puzzle game, like pen and paper style. I think it's kind of Akari-y. I mean, I guess I didn't click on that one. Go. Not Akari. Hashi. Are you drawing the bridges? Yeah. Okay. So they each want one bridge. Got it. Wow. Wow. What an animation. You can also right click to delete them. Cool. So you want... What's this saying? You've got 2 currently, you want 3. Yeah, okay. So I think I want to actually remove one of those. Yeah. Do 2 down, 2 down this way. You have to click on both sides. Got it. Then drag, and then 2 up that way. So for those who haven't seen Hashi before, you're basically building bridges between these little islands. And the number on the island is the number of bridges that need to be going out from that space. And I presume, is it like that where you can, yeah, you can only have 2 at most. Well, maybe that's just because that's limited to 2. We'll find out later. Do that, there we go. These animations, sure. Yeah, you're happy with that, but not that because they all need to be connected to each other. That's the rule there. Cool. And so it's interesting that it's highlighting them red. Is it just trying to tell me get rid of them? So yeah, this is definitely a problem because these become an isolated island immediately because they can't bridge out any other direction because they've already got 1 bridge each. So we'll bring that over there and that over there, and then wait, what's going on? You need... I just removed something that didn't seem to be visible? There wasn't a second line there, was there? But I guess there was a second line there. I removed it. Okay. So you need 3. So 1's going that way, obviously. 2 are going this way. This is going over here. All those have to go to there. So they can't connect diagonally. I assuming it's the same rules as normal. This one could go... Well, if these 2 connected both sideways, that'd be a problem, like to each other, because then they'd be an isolated island. So this one's going to have to at least have 1 go down, and then 3's done already. So you're going to connect over that way, and you're going to connect that way. Cool. Next. Meow, 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 meow. That's going to have to go there, that's going to have to go there, that's going to have to go there, and then 2 that way. What can we figure out here first? Well, you got 2 you can join to, but only 1 can go that way. Well, I mean, we could test the thing. Can we, in theory, put 3 this way? Presumably not. No. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then your other one's gonna have to go that way. Your other one's gonna have to go that way. You're gonna have 2 going that way, and we're done. Yay. 4. 3, 2. Well, you've only got 1 thing you connect to, so the 2 must go up that way. So therefore, 1 more from the 3 must go this way. So the remaining 3 from that 4 must go in these 2 directions. The ones can't connect directly together because they would be an isolated island. So it's going this way, and then 2 are going down, and then 1 over there. Yay! Do love a good like logic puzzle. It's just very satisfying to do those like little mini deductions. Although sometimes you have to do some mega deductions. Okay, so we have 6 here, and we can only have 2 in each direction at most. So, and there's only 3 directions that you can connect because there's nothing to the right of you. So these are all going to be doubled up. Double them all up. Double up over here as well. And that 4 has nowhere else to connect to as well, so that's also going up that way. And the 2 could only connect down. So these are going this way, this is going this way, the 3s are done, and they're going to connect to each other. Lovely. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. So well, these can't connect this way, so we can deduce that this must go here. The 3 needs 2 more though, so they're going to go this way. So the 4 only has 2 more. This 3 needs to at least connect to both of these because there's no other place to connect to. So at least one's going to have to go up this way, but it's at most one because it's a 1. So the 2 are going in this direction. You've got one more to connect to, so that's going to have to go down. So the remaining 4 bridge must go over here and then 2 upwards. Ta-da! Meow, 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 meow. These can't be an island. This is a shockingly simple one for where we are. Threes can't just, I mean, they can't have 3 together like that anyway. So I guess the thing you could say with a 3 in this situation is at least one going that way, and there's at least one going that way. Then, so obviously the 2s also don't connect across like that, but so if we were to connect another one upwards, that 3 would be done. So that ends up working out right. So if we were to go this way, what would the problem be? Oh, does the tree get in the way? Oh, the tree gets in the way. That's a new thing. So if we were to do that though, 2 each, and then give the 3s a double between them, that would satisfy it. So interesting. This is only disambiguated by the fact the tree's there, as far as I can tell. Curious. I like how I guess they just like they had these on the screen the whole time, but they were never in the way of things. And now they are. So this 4 has to be double that way, double that way. This has to go this way, that has to go that way. Okay. Maybe that simple one was trying to teach me that. I just didn't notice. That's probably what happened. But sometimes you can just like do it on like autopilot. Like that. Was that just the first one of those? Okay. We're in the big city. We're going there. We've got a map. Are we with our friend? I guess we're with our friend. Or is that us? Or did we take a photo of our friend? I'm wondering if it could go beyond normal Hashi. Yeah, so it definitely introduces other rules, for sure. I know that much about it. Wait, what's going on here? Have I done all these? Why is there a red one at the start? Oh. No, this is the second world. Okay, it moves to another world without me noticing. Okay. There's electricity. Oh, it's portals. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that is a 2. And so the portals need to match their numbers, I guess. Interesting. In must equal out. Okay, let's get rid of stuff and just do it from scratch. Well, that 2 has to be 2 there. So the portals are 2, so those are going that way and that way. Got it. Good mechanic idea, I like it. What are you saying? Well, it depends on the numbers on these, right? Like, that would be fine if they were 2s. No? I'm not sure I quite understood that one, but let's... Wait, well, that makes them flash. Are you saying that if you're connected to a portal, you can't be connected to another house thing? Are they houses or are they? Maybe that's what you're saying. Let's get rid of them and just do it from scratch. Be easier to think about. So 3 with only two things available to it must at least have one going down there, at least one going there. The portal's at least a 1. I think I see. No, do I see? No, maybe it goes there and that goes up, so that's a 2. So that's a 3. This just needs that. Oh no, because I just ended up back in the same situation. Okay. Oh right. Okay. So right. So that means I can't connect that to there. No, I can connect that to there. What's the issue? That is allowed. What was the problem then? Oh, I see. It's like a branching thing. So that's actually, is that actually already connected to? No. That doesn't make sense. Hello, Pian Fancy. Portals need the same number. Ah, yeah. Did I not have the same number? I guess I didn't, yeah, because I was making them branch. Yeah, that is the problem. Good point, thank you. So it would have to be 2 going this way. And then 1 there. No, hold on. 1 to there. You need 2. You've got 2. 1, 2. I think I'm trying to understand the rule that it was just trying to tutorialize, but I didn't understand the diagram. So this isn't allowed. Why? Because there's clearly 2 lines going in there. So that 3 is effectively connected to that one and that one. But you're not happy with that for whatever reason. I have not understood. Shall I check out the thing again? How do I get back to that? Here? These animations. So yeah, those are both connected with portals, and then there's an X here, but I can connect to both a portal and... Is the problem that you can't be connected to... No, I don't know. Like, seeing this again isn't helping me disambiguate what that means. Is there a difference between the different icons here? But there's like, there was 3 different shapes. What does that mean? I guess it's just the different numbers. Each number has a different icon. So both villages have to be separated. What counts as a village? These things? Let's do that, I guess, and then connect. I guess it could be like this, like this. Yeah, it can. So that's the answer. I don't get the rule though. Maybe it'll be clearer from future puzzles. Is it something specific to the 2s? Because the 3 was able to go both directions. Maybe a 2 they both have to go to the portal? Or something weird like that. So the 3 here must do this. The 1 could connect to there, but the 2's going to have to connect to there. Okay, so you have to do this. So there must be 2 coming out of this, so they have to go there. Okay, so the 3 is done and the 2 there. Okay, so that was simpler because there were less options. Also make separated mini levels. I guess so. Oh, is that... Oh, so like you can't loop between the portals. They have to be distinct networks from each other. That might be it, I see. Yeah, that might be it. That makes sense. Okay. Because yeah, when I did the 3 going sideways, okay, yeah, that definitely needs slightly more information, I think, in the tutorial. So we've got 3 coming into here right now. So I think we want 4 coming into here, and then they both go to these 2s. Cool. Neat. Yeah, that's totally what that means. 6. Okay, we can do the 6 first. So this, okay, so this isn't, the portal needs to be its own isolated area. We've got 2 going into there already. What else can we figure out here? This, so there's nothing going across this way. We can't mark it as definitely doesn't go that way. This 3 needs 1 more, either from below or above. This 3 only has 2 things, so there's at least 1 going in each direction. So there we go. We've now got 1 network over here and 1 network over here, and they can't connect. We can't connect these 2 both that way, so you must go down, and you must go down, and that means those 2 are not connecting, so they both go double down. Cool. This is fun. Okay, now that I've understood that rule, this is actually an interesting aspect of the logic, right? Like, you have to... Only once I've like connected those to the portals do I know that those 2 things never connect. That's fun. So the next, so the numbers need to match still, but so if the numbers need to match, either comes from there or it comes from there. If that were to go that way, I'd never get a 5 over here, so that definitely doesn't go that way, so it goes there. So the 3's other one must go down. So I think this section's done. So we've got 4 over here, that matches, so then we just need to go back to there. Cool. Nice puzzle. Nice puzzle. Very satisfying. So the 4 is like, there's only 1 way to do that. 2 in each direction. Same for this 4 actually. So you're a 2. You're going to connect to there. I reckon it's this. Yeah, that's kind of solves itself. Nice. So at least one going that way, at least one going that way. That one is done. So that one definitely goes down. Oh, it had to go down anyway because of the tree. That one has to go there as well. So this is a 2 at least. So you need another one. Oh, the 3 must also go this way. That's a 2. Obviously I could just like start just going based on gut feel here, but like it's more fun to actually try and figure this out. What's the difference between that going down and that going up though? Are there multiple solutions here? Like I could do that one twice to the left, and that would be a 4. I can do that one twice to the right, and that would be a 4. But that, equally they could go up and down, right? Oh, I'm surprised to find multiple solutions in this game. Okay, I can't undo after I've put the thing in. Like after, I guess after I've done the solution. So I think there's multiple solutions here. That's very surprising from a game that's very clearly inspired by Hashi puzzles. So that's necessary. You've already got one, so that must go up that way. So this is at least a 2. Those don't connect that way. The 3 must go that way, so that's 2 as well already. And we can connect 2 down and 2 that way, and they equal each other. Neat. That one has to go that way, because I presume that blocks it. It does. So the 2 goes there, 2 must go upwards to the 4, this 2 must go down like this. Probably going to be getting more from the 4, maybe? Actually, maybe not. At most, one could go to there, so there has to be one going down this way. The 1 could go to you. The 4... So if we made that a 4, well then we wouldn't be able to make that, so that definitely doesn't become a 4. It could become a 3, and then that goes upwards. Yeah, that works. Cool. Neat. There's a 5 here, so for sure. Those can't connect across that way anymore. What else can I figure out here? 2 here, 1 here, 2 down here, so those must go upwards. You don't have any other neighbours. So then your other one must go this way. So you've got 1 from this side, so you've got 2 more to go. What else have I got here? Oh, this portal can only connect to this now. Cool. So it's gonna have to be... Oh, so that 2 has to go up that way, so we got that. Neat. I guess it's not necessarily true that this connects upwards. I was thinking like this is probably going to be a network, but it might just be that only this one connects to here, and then these connect all around here to this one. That could be interesting if that's the case. It would be an interesting solution. However, that's a 1, so it can't bridge across this gap. So no, we do have 2 isolated islands here. So this has to connect to this portal down here. These bits do. Okay, cool. So you're going that way. So you're going that way. Well, are you necessarily? No, you're necessarily not. Okay, so you're going that way. So this all needs to get to this portal now. So you need 3 more. So it's going to have to be at least that and at least that. Next off, we're going to do... Like, which direction do I think I'm connecting to this? It needs to be a 1 only, so it can't be from you. So you're going that way, that's cool. That's a nice deduction. So that's going to go that way, that's going to go that way. It's going to go this way. Hey, that was cool. Meow, 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 meow. Well, that can't go that way, so it's going up to here. 4 has to be like this. That 2's done. That 3 only needs 1 more. But if we did that, that would be an isolated thing, so that's not good. So it has to go that way, so the 1 has to go down to the portal. So the portal is a 2. The 2 going up to the 4 is going into the 2 over there, it's going down that way, it's going there. Yay! Okay, so 5, definitely this at least. The 1s can't connect that way, so that has to go up that way, that has to go up that way. Oh, so the 2 has to come down this way. So that, I guess this could connect to the right actually. It could still do that. And in fact, the 2 has to come over here, the 1 has to go up, let's do that. So this is at least a 3. So this needs at least 1 more. It could come from the 5, it could come from the 3. Could this be connecting down and making this a 4? It could do. Well, that's going to figure out immediately. The 3 needs 2 more, but could they both go that way? If they did, what would happen? If this went this way, what would happen? We'd have 3 would be done, 2 would be done. 5 would have to go the other directions. That would be at most a 3. That feels like it'll work. Will it? Maybe not actually. Ah, okay. So I presume I also can't do this. No, I can do that. That's fine. Of course, that's fine. Yeah. I was being silly. I was thinking of that as like a separate network, but it's not. Does the degree of the portals not matter? They need to match each other. So there needs to be the same number of bridges going into a portal as coming out of a portal. If you can define what in and out means in that particular case. There are multiple solutions to some of these puzzles though, so I might be getting stuck here just thinking like, how do I deduce the next step, and maybe I just go for it. Like do this and see what happens. 2 is done. So you'd have to do that. So this needs to be a 4, which it can be. We're done. Okay. Maybe I just go for it. 5 here, do this. It's worth noting as well that objects on the paper block the line. So the tree blocks the line. You could deduce that the portal needed another one. Ah, I see, okay. Guess I skipped out that bit. So that 1 goes that way, so that 2 goes that way. So at most you're getting 4 things, I guess. In fact, no, these could connect to this as well. So it's interesting here, like maybe some of these over here connect to this portal, maybe some of these over here connect to this portal. I don't know yet. What can I figure out here? So this 1 can either go up or down to the 3. If it went up, then that 2 would have to go that way. Oh, so okay, so that's interesting. So this 2 definitely does connect over this way because it can have at most 1 going down here. So the 4 has 1 already. It could at most have 1 going down and at most have 2 going to the left. So there's at least 1 going this way. Okay. Almost certain, like 2 of these are going to be doubled up. You should never do an almost certainly in these puzzles. That's a bad way to do them. What can I deduce next? So you need at least 1 more, so this has to go this way. So that 3 is part of that. Cool. The 1 could come over here as well, in theory. But you need 2 more. It could be the 2 1s here. I think that ends up working out. I think I've seen it. That going down there, that going down there, 2 across that way, 2 across that way. Oh no, that would increase the number. So maybe not. What's my next deduction here? If you... Hold on, so this must go to the left, right? Because there's only 2 ways to go, you need 3, yeah, of course. So that 1 definitely doesn't connect over here, good. So that 2 definitely doesn't go down, that's good. So this definitely goes 2 up, alright. We could send another one this way, or we could send it that way. So do I think I'm making a little loop here with these, or sending it that way? That would increase the number. If I send it that way... If I send it that way, I think the number increases either way. So it's going to end up being a 3, right? Either I send it up that way, it becomes a 3, or I send it this way, and then the 4 is going to have to go that way, and it becomes a 3. So yeah, so that we know this goes here. And I don't think it could ever become a 4. Sorry. A... Yeah, so that's not necessarily true, because I could go up that way and then have 1 down and 2 to the right. Okay. What's another good deduction? 5, 2. You need 1 more. It could go to 5, it could go to the 4. Yeah, to the 4. Do you necessarily have one going this way? Like, could it be that way and that way? What would that do? That would increase the number there. It would make that a 2, so then it'd have to be another one going this way. It would increase it to a 4, which this could be if that's connecting upwards. But then I think you... Oh gosh, I can't even remember which path I was going down then. It was like this and that being doubled and that being single. I'd have to go that way. Then the 4 is done. Yeah, that seems to work. No, if I... Oh, sorry, that's there. Oh, you can't do 3, of course. Forgetting basic rules now. Okay, so that's why. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm being silly. I can't send another line that way, so it's easy, the next step. So that has to go upwards. No, hold on, that has to go downwards. The 2 has to go this way. Alright, that simplifies things. So this is definitely a 3. So the 4 could go there, that would make it a 3, and then 2 go this way? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was just forgetting a rule here. Yes, you were thinking there were many solutions, yeah. So yeah, like normal Hashi puzzles, you can't do more than 3 bridges between a thing. That's the thing. Let's do this. Top right square was ambiguous, okay. So that 5's done. This 5 can be done as well, not done. You know what I mean. Oh, and that 5. So that connects all of these. So that 1 is done as well. That 4 can't go across that way, so it's 2 up and 2 down. So this is all one network. That 1 has to go there. This 2 has to go 2 upwards. This 1 could go down to the left. What else have I got here? They're probably double joined, but I don't know that for certain. This 4 only has 2 things it can point at, right? So it's double trouble. The 2 is done. So then so these don't have any other way to connect this stuff. They don't have to, unless there's no way to connect this stuff over here. Wait, where are you connected to? So you have to connect to the portal as well. Interesting. Is this its own little isolated thing here, and all this is going to connect? I think it has to be, right? Like this. Like this. Oh, it's connecting around the back there. That's cool. I don't know exactly how that's going to pan out. I think that is its own thing. So this is going to be a 4 in total, so we do that. So the other one must go this way. I guess I knew that anyway. Yeah, that 1 had already fixed the 5. Okay. And so this goes this way, that 3's done, that 3 can go to there. This 4 needs finishing off this direction. 3 needs finishing off this direction. I'm scared about some of this. Is that fine? That's fine, that's fine. Yay! World 2 clear. Hooray! Yeah, it is quite surprising. Oh, look at this lovely photo. Very nice. We're doing the pose thing. Neat. Cool. Yeah, we'll leave that there, folks. That was Light On. Why is it called Light On? Why is it called Light On? I'd expect that to be like Akari or something. Or like Lights Out type of puzzle or something like that. But no, it's more of a Hashi. Yeah, like that was satisfying. The mechanics are cool. I agree, Checker. The mechanics they're adding are neat. It's just surprising that it has multiple solutions, given that it so clearly comes from that space. That somebody in that is familiar with that space has made this game. But it hasn't bothered me too much that there have been multiple solutions so far. But I would prefer it without. Anyway, cool. Yeah, Light On, released 29th August. Windows, macOS, Linux. Go check it out on Steam, folks. Alrighty, we are finishing there.